Today we're going to be talking about a driver that has made waves in the F1 community with his posts on social media in the last week. Who is Nikita Mazepin? The controversial 21-year-old Russian driver secured a seat for himself at Haas on a multi-year contract starting from 2021. But who is he and how has he got here? Mazepin was born on the 2nd of March 1999 in Moscow, Russia. He's the son of a billionaire, Dmitry Mazepin, who's the chairman of the Uralchem Integrated Chemicals Company. Nikita Mazepin started his professional racing career in 2016, competing in Formula 3, and he did pretty well. 3 podiums, 108 points, and he ended the season 10th. Mazepin went on to race in GP3 and F2, where he's found some success, but a lot of controversy. Most recently, he's found controversy for his buying of a Haas seat for the 2021 season, but other than that, why is Mazepin so controversial? Most recently, at the Sakya GP in 2020, he was handed 2 5-second penalties. One penalty for forcing Tsunoda off the track into the pit lane wall, and another penalty for blocking Drogovic on the pit straight, with a similar dangerous move. Before this, in 2019, Mazepin was given a 15-place grid penalty, yes, 15 places, for a total lack of care in an incident between himself and Japanese driver Matsushita. Even before we can look at his off-track antics, it's a bit worrying that Haas can look at a man who endangers other drivers and himself deliberately to promote him into the fastest and most dangerous motorsport in the world. Off-track, his reputation just gets worse. There are countless incidents for which, if he wasn't a billionaire, he would have been out of motorsport a long time ago. The first of many issues caused by Mazepin was when he assaulted fellow and arguably more talented driver Callum Ilott, punching him in the face, causing cuts to his cheek, neck, and swelling to Callum Ilott's jaw. For this, he was banned for 1 race. Later, with Yuki Tsunoda, Mazepin was seen throwing the P2 board and nearly injuring the Japanese driver, which seems to be a running theme of his actions. Continuing this theme, and moving on to social media, Mazepin seems to be showing his real personality. The 21-year-old driver was seen replying with 3 laughing emojis in response to someone being disrespectful about Tsunoda. The disrespect had racist undertones, and many believe that Mazepin may be supportive of this. Sticking with Instagram, he recently went on to make a borderline xenophobic joke with a bat emoji saying 1 year since the guy in Wuhan ate a bat. Happy birthday, COVID. Continuing with this theme of casual racism, when a fan had complained to Mazepin about the racist comments of another fan, Mazepin replied to this saying, "This is the real world," with a Russian flag. You would think any average person had lost their job by now. To add to the apparent racism and general thuggery, Mazepin has been linked with homophobia and blackmail, all of this to add to his glittering CV. Recently on an Instagram live with George Russell, the world saw as Mazepin commented, "I have a secret about you that people might call a coming out." Many are astonished to see that Haas has overlooked all of this and promoted him to an F1 seat without so much as a second consideration, especially when there's a crop of younger talent coming through with Callum Ilott and Robert Schwartzman that could easily have stepped up. To finish off the seemingly never-ending list of things that Mazepin should have been fired for, the young driver has recently been outed for harassing a female fan, asking for crude pictures and messages in exchange for paddock passes. The fan rejected him and then was subject to more abuse from the driver. Lastly, and most recently, Mazepin has uploaded a story to Instagram that shows him groping an intoxicated woman. Mazepin has since come out and issued an apology and has stated that the woman in the video is consenting. However, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Many people have taken issue with the fact that in his apology he states that he needs to hold himself to a higher standard as an F1 driver. Many people are calling for him to hold himself to a higher standard as a human being, not just as an F1 driver. To put this bluntly, Mazepin's behavior has no place in our society, and many are calling for his seat in F1 to be taken away from him. You might be wondering how Mazepin has managed to wriggle himself into a Formula 1 seat despite his infamous reputation. Well, the answer is quite simple. His dad has around 3 times the wealth of Lawrence Stroll, and it's just too easy to buy an F1 seat these days. So don't expect him to be leaving anytime soon. If you want to hear more about the F1 driver market, then check out our last video. We, LTF1, fully stand behind the hashtag wesaynotomazepin, and the links detailing all the things that he has done wrong and articles explaining them will be listed in the description below. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment and subscribe. We'll have more F1 content on the way for you soon.